So welcome back guys to another video. Welcome back to my desk. As you guys could see, I have another 1/10 scale Iron Studios piece. This is Havok. This is one of the latest releases that just came out. I believe this one and Mojo just came out. So I figured let me throw up a video for anyone out there that may be interested. Again, this is from Iron Studios, 1/10 scale. This is part of their X-Men diorama. So right there you could see the box, really nice, cool blue and yellow. You could see Havok there, and box is pretty cool. I'm not keeping these. I noticed they have this branding Worlds to Collect. I believe that's newer on some of their newer boxes. And here is essentially the other side of the box. Really cool shot of a Havok there, of the statue itself. Really cool stuff. And then next, I'll probably do a quick rundown of all the pieces and how we put it together and the statue itself. All right, guys, so just to start us off, the first main piece that comes in the box, it comes in a couple of pieces, is obviously this base, which again seems to be the interior theme base. You got the Sentinel hand all crushed. You got pieces of the Sentinel's arms, I'm assuming, and a lot of good paint detail. These, again, like the rest of them, like the rest of the 1/10 scale pieces, are not numbered. At least the proximity ones are usually not. So that's the bottom of it. As far as the detail on this is done very well. I'm overall really happy with it. I guess my only gripes here is this charred or burnt effect here, the red, which I'm assuming is supposed to denote, burnt metal. Perhaps a little too glossy for my liking. It makes it almost look a little too cartoony. I think the other 1/10 scale pieces that they've done with this similar effect have been done a little better. This is not terrible by any means, but just noting that it's not anything that detracts from the figure for me. I think it looks okay in person. Just in certain angles, it looks like it was just hastily painted on and very glossy. But nothing like terrible. I think again for 1/10 scale, it's nothing too bad. So you guys could see a lot of the detail there. Cool piece. There is a slot here for the statue itself for the 1/10 scale piece. There's some additional effects to go here that are magnetized, but that's pretty much it. So this would be the base where Havok would stand. The other pieces that you do get, as I said, there's actually just one effect piece, which is supposed to be like smoke. And this is magnetized, and it goes keyed into the base here. And I think this is pretty well done. It's supposed to be a white smoke effect. Kind of looks like snow, and actually, but I think once you have it on there on the base, it doesn't look too bad. So it kind of keys in there, and it's held on by a magnet. It's not going to fall off, so that's pretty good. The other pieces before we move on to the main part, you get his right hand. Yeah, this is his right hand. This is his right hand with, I guess, some burning effect. Maybe he just got done shooting his beam, his powers at someone, and he's just cooling off, or he's about to shoot someone. But it's done really well. Reminds me a lot of the Bishop 1/10 scale from Iron Studios as well, just in a different color. But it's very vibrant. It's see-through resin, and the hand, it's really well done. The skin tone there, and then the blue glove. This is also on a magnet, so you do get that hand. And the other, this is his left hand now. This is, I think, the part that calls the most attention to this piece is his powers, right? When he shoots those beams, he's got that circular path. This is also on a magnet. I think it's done really well. No issues. Well, some minor issues for me, at least with this part. The main thing was, I don't know if you guys could see here, there's some, I guess, leftover resin that wasn't cleaned off properly. So when I try to slot this into the main arm, it's a little hard to get in, so I had to sort of exert some force to get that in there. This is magnetized. Just had a little of a hard time pushing it in. And very hard to tell, but right here, some slight imperfection in the resin. It's not as shiny as the rest, but it's really small, at least on my copy. So it's not anything that again detracts from the figure. I like this. This is really, really well done overall, though. Can't really complain much. At this scale again. But it's really cool, I think, the way they've done this. Um, and you also, and I was very surprised, you get switch outs, which is kind of interesting. I didn't realize the statue would have switch outs. I was under the impression that these would be the only two hands that would be included, but you do get additional pair of hands that are also magnetized. You can do some kind of weird thing there. And again, the right hand is just stretched out with no effect, and then this hand, he's just got his sort of like a fist hand, like it's about to fly or something. But again, I think these are really well done. The detail is really there. You could see some of the folds and some slight black paint to give it some of that depth. So again, Iron Studio is I think is done really well with the smaller pieces for the most part. And here's the main attraction. The body comes all in one piece. There is a metal rod that will go into the base. And but yeah, look, the detail on the bottom of the soles on this side here as well. Some sloppy paint here, but I mean, I'm not gonna see that, right? So I don't really mind it. I think where it does matter, they've done a great job with the uniform. Again, a lot of subtle paint work. You see there's some dark blue, light blue, to give it some of that depth. Again, some patterns there. That's it's not just flat paint, which is really cool that they added that additional detail on the boots, the folds in the uniform, the muscle structure. Like right here, you could see like they've tried to emulate that. This is some kind of cloth or spandex material. Really cool. Again, here's a close up of the jacket. Again, good detailing. There's a red X. It's well done. It's not sloppy. No paint blotches or anything. Really cool. Again, Iron Studio's awesome job, I think, so far with all these 1/10 scale pieces. Again, for this size, it's done really well, I think. And then the hair, a little. I know he's supposed to be blonde, but the hair almost matches the yellow on the boots and the X on his chest. So almost looks like his hair is on fire. In person, it looks a little better. I'm noticing the camera does make it look extremely bright yellow, but it's nothing that again detracts from the figure. The headpiece is done really well. This is one of those pieces where initially I was concerned about the face because I had seen some pictures where the face looked a little soft, like and therefore made it look a little cartoony or lacking in detail. This is not the case here. I think again they've done a really great job with the detail they've added at this scale. Like the teeth are done well, the eyes, the positioning of the eyes. Like he's looking in the direction of where he's aiming, which is really really cool. I guess where I could use maybe some additional painting would be the ears, but you know what? Again, it's so small that at the scale where you're gonna be sitting it doesn't. It's nothing that again detracts from the figure. The pose itself very dynamic, which is one of the reasons why I got this piece, and other than wanting to have him along with Cyclops. And the uniform matches really well with the rest of the other blue and gold or yellow team, but really well done. The detail again is really well done, which is one of the reasons why the lack of detail on the base stands out. Like at least on these parts, it's just like kind of painted on. Because here they've done such a great job of adding depth to the paint. But anyway, let's go ahead and put this guy. As I said, there's a metal rod here that goes into the slot there, and you kind of just put him in place. And there you go. He kind of just sits there. My one complaint or gripe about this is that there is no magnet on this leg and on this part of this base. So he wobble. I mean, you're not going to be moving these pieces around a lot, but he's not in there secure. And I know they've done a couple of other 1/10 scale pieces where they have included a magnet on the opposite foot to hold them in place a little better. So it would have been nice if they included a magnet here to, again, put this guy secure. I mean, you're not again going to be moving these pieces around too much, but it would have been nice. You can put him in place so that he kind of doesn't wobble at all. But there you go. There he is. Right now, he's got no hands. So I guess we'll start off with the alternate hands real quick. So as I said, you get this extra pair, which I didn't know we were going to get. And essentially, they just slide in place. Again, they're held on by a magnet. And that hand goes in fairly good. I do like the hand on this his right hand here. I think it fits in really well. This one I'm not sure exactly what they were going for. Just because it looks like he's maybe trying to fly or maybe he's about to shoot, but there's no effect or nothing, so it just kind of looks like he's holding his fist stretched out just because. It doesn't look bad at all. I mean, you guys could see it fits in really well with the piece. But obviously, this is not the reason why I got it, right? So the main thing for me was this the parts with the effects. And as I mentioned, this is where I ran into a little bit of an issue with having to use a little force to push it back in. I haven't yet tried to perhaps take some of this material off because then I was afraid that it would make it too loose. So for now, I'm kind of just going to live with it. But as I said, there is a magnet, and you kind of just you get it in there. Now it's in a good place because I've been sort of playing with it. But as you guys can see, that looks awesome. I think this really makes this piece, even with with this other hand, you could pair it up. Really cool stuff they've done here. The effect is done really, really well. The pose is great. Really nice piece overall. Can't really complain other than my minor gripes that I had on the base and some of the fitment issues with the hand. You can also then switch out this hand and then put on the other one with the effect, which then I think this takes the piece over the top there, which is really good. Again, there's Havok. He's just finished blasting some evil mutants from the Brotherhood. Really cool. I think again, Iron Studios great job with these poses. I think he's going to fit in really well with the other 1/10 scale pieces and with the Sentinel themselves, the dioramas. I think great job. I would say for anyone that is looking forward to getting this one, if you were able to get your hands on it, great. I think it's still for sale, so it's not anything that's hard to find. But Havok's not a character that you're normally going to get a statue for. I haven't seen that many statues of Havok. Cyclops all the time. Nobody seems to like this Summer's brother, but I like him. So I would say this one is definitely worth it. Really cool the way they've been able to do this and sort of put it together there. You guys could see. Very dynamic, fits in really well with the rest of the pieces, and the paint job is great, at least on the main statue himself. And I think the minor gripes that I had do not detract from this piece at all. Okay, guys, so just to wrap up, great piece, highly recommended. If you want a Havok piece, which we don't get a lot of, I would say definitely grab this one if you get it. If you want to add this to your collection, I think it's great on its own, but it works also really great with all the other 1/10 scale pieces. I just wanted to show you guys there. You could see them with Bishop and Sabretooth. And again, they go so awesome. I think... Again, great job, Iron Studios. Highly recommended piece. If you can get it, I got mine via Sideshow about 2 days ago as of this video. I think the guy will probably be available for a while. I'm not sure, unless I didn't make a lot, considering not a lot of people seem to want a Havok figure. I guess other than the minor paint issues or gripes that I had on my end with the base and the fitting hand here, which is kind of now fixed, the statue is it's awesome. Another great addition. Great job, Iron Studios. If you can get your hands on this one, definitely go out and get it. Anyway, if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. If you made it through to the end, again, thank you for spending your very valuable time with me. Take care. Be safe out there. Be nice to each other and enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.